Hey, hello investors, welcome to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to build wealth using options. Now, building wealth takes one important characteristic, and that is time. So, if you're new to options or you're trying to use options to build that wealth, then you're on the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. For today's option video, I'm going to show you how to use options in order to build your portfolio, selling on a consistent basis in order for you to receive premium, which is going to help grow your portfolio over time. Now, I have mentioned time twice already in this video. That's to show you how important this is. This is not going to be a get rich quick kind of thing. So before we go ahead and get down and dirty with options, I just want to answer two questions which you guys always ask. And before we do that, I want to thank all of you guys for joining up for the newsletter and also for joining the weekly income team. Now, when you guys join the weekly income team, most of you guys express some disappointment. So I'm going to answer those questions right now. With the weekly income team, we do not trade every single day. We put on our trade once a week or once every 2 weeks, and that is it. The reason why we do that is because we don't want to get caught up and looking at our phones for the entire day or staring at our computers extensively. We do this options trade in order for us to be able to get time, and that time we could now use to go ahead and spend with our families or travel or whatever we like doing. Other question that I need to answer is why do we do these same strategies? The reason why we do these strategies is because these are safe option strategies which anyone could use in order to gain consistent income over time. Once again, we're not looking to just try to guess market direction and make a killing all in one trade. We're developing our strategies in order to be consistent, in order for us to last in the market. Now that I answered those two questions, once again, I want to thank you guys for becoming part of the weekly income team. And if any one of you guys out there is still interested, the links are in the description below. So now let's go ahead and get down and dirty with options. So we're going to use AMD for today, and we're going to go ahead and open up the option chain right away by going to trade AMD options. Now we are on the AMD option chain. I'm going to show you how to build wealth using options. So now if you're building wealth, you have a choice. You could either buy stocks and hold it, and hopefully when you get to 65 years old or whatever the retirement age is, then your portfolio value has appreciated. For people like me, I just don't have that time to wait until I'm 65 and I'm wealthy. At that time, there's no telling what my health is going to be. And that's why I decided to add options to my portfolio. Don't get me wrong, buy and hold is the bestest strategy out there. But why not just add a slight tweak in order for you to buy and hold and also make some money right now for you to live your life and have a good time? So, that being said, we're now going to assume that you have 100 shares of AMD in your portfolio and that you bought 100 shares in order for you to wait for this stock to appreciate. Now, this can be done with any stock. Just choose the stock that fits your portfolio size. So AMD is $117 right now as of making this video, and it will be fluctuating because the stock market is open. Go ahead and choose a stock like SoFi or Mara, whatever suits your portfolio size. So like I said, we're going to be assuming you have 100 shares in your portfolio and you're going to be waiting for this to appreciate. So when you get to 65, you're going to be able to retire comfortably. Hopefully, that is the result. What I'm going to show you now is how to use that current 100 shares in your portfolio to make money now. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to sell. We're going to go to call, and then we're going to choose an expiration date. So we're going to choose the expiration date of February 7th, which gives us 8 days to expiration, not a couple of years until 65 years old. So let's go ahead. We're going to select that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose a share price above the current share price. Keep in mind, we do not want to lose our 100 shares because that is our retirement plan for later. So what we're going to do, we're going to be extremely conservative, and we're going to look for a high chance of profitability. As you can see, profitability is right here to the top. So let's keep going, and we're going to choose the strike price of, let's say, 142 right here. So with the 142 price right here, you have a high chance of profitability of 94.29%. Let's round it off to 94%. What this tells you is that from expiration date of February 7th, there's a 94% chance you win this trade. Now, because you choose such a high chance of profitability, and you chose a strike price of 142, you're putting your 100 shares on the line as collateral. Now, for you taking this risk, you're going to be compensated. The compensation you're going to be receiving is going to be 0.47 or $47. Each option contract is multiplied by 100 shares. So zero point 0.7 multiplied by 100 is going to give you $47. So now the 100 shares of any stock you have in your portfolio, you're now able to make some consistent income. So you're still going to have your 100 shares, but now you have some additional money coming in order to help you out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click into it. This option strategy is known as the covered call option strategy. Now, this option strategy is based on if you have 100 shares. There are other option strategies where you do not actually have to own the 100 shares, and it's still going to allow you to build wealth over time. Now, how do you build wealth with this strategy? Well, with the covered call option strategy, it gives you some consistent premium on a timely basis. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit continue. So the amount of money you're going to be getting right here is going to be around $47. If you were to do this trade every single week, then you're probably going to get about $200, $150 to $200. The premium do fluctuate. And that is how you build wealth over time. Now, the whole point is to protect your 100 shares because you've done your due diligence on AMD and you decided that AMD is the stock you want to have going forward. But you now have your AMD 100 shares at risk. So this is what could happen. Come February 7th, if AMD is trading at any price below this strike price you chose of 142, with any price below this, then you're now gonna keep your $47, which is gonna allow you to build up your portfolio and grow over time. And you get your 100 shares that you use as collateral. That's now gonna be released back to you. So now you could go ahead and do this option strategy over and over again, collecting endless premium in order to build your portfolio. Now, with a 94% chance of profitability, this tells you that there's a 6% chance that this trade could also go against you. Now, 6% is extremely low, but it's still a chance it goes against you. So we have to focus on that as well. So if something happens and the trade goes all the way up to 142, well, you're still going to be very, very happy. And I will tell you why. This option strategy is known as a win-win option strategy. That's why it's perfect for you to build wealth with using options. So let's say your average cost, you bought AMD and you bought AMD over a couple months, and your average cost, let's say your average cost was $120, which is above the share price now because this stock has been trading up. It just recently got some pullback. So we're assuming your average cost is $120. So now expiration date of February 7th comes around, and then AMD is trading at $42 and above. And now you lose your 100 shares, which you had sitting there in order for you to retire. But this is how you win. You're now going to be paid the original amount of money which you bought the shares at, which is 120 multiplied by your 100 shares. You're now going to have your $12,000 in your account. And in addition to that, you're going to have your premium which you received, which is $47. And depends on how long you've been doing this option strategy, that $47 has compounded and grown your portfolio. You also going to have, and this is the big part, you're going to have the difference between the strike price you chose, which is 142, and your $120 average cost. That's going to be $22. So you're going to take the $22 and you're going to multiply that by 100 shares because, as you know, each option contract contains 100 shares. So now that's going to give you $22 multiplied by 100 is going to give you an additional $2,100 in your portfolio. Once again, this is how you use options in order to build wealth. So you will be getting back your initial sum of money for your average cost, which is 120 multiplied by 100 shares. Plus, you're going to be getting an additional $22. Plus, you're going to be getting all the premium you've received while you were doing this option strategy. So there you have it. This is one way in which you use options in order to build wealth. Now, like I mentioned a bit earlier, this is the covered call option strategy, and this takes into account you already own 100 shares. You can use options to build wealth even if you do not own 100 shares. If you guys want me to highlight a video showing how to build wealth with options without actually owning any shares, just let me know in the comments below. So just to recap, if you were to make $47 consistently over time by choosing a very high chance of profitability, using stocks you already own in your portfolio. This is one strategy that can be used in order for you to build wealth and grow your portfolio over time, most importantly, consistently. Now, if this is something you would consider doing, then let me know in the comments below. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, if there's anyone out there trying to grow their small portfolio, please share this video with them. Let's help as many as we can. And until the next video, keep pushing your investments.